Hindus in Bangladesh have little hope from the upcoming national elections in Bangladesh scheduled for February 12. For many of them, it is not the right to vote but the right to live that matters. One remembers the horrific murder of Dipu Chandra Das, a factory worker, in December last year. Dipu Chandra Das was dragged out of a police station where he was first taken on charges of blasphemy. He was beaten up, and according to some reports, even before he died, he was hung from a tree and set on fire. Now, one would have expected the situation to improve for Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh since the horrific murder of Dipu Chandra Das made international headlines. But several instances of attacks on Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh have taken place since the murder of Dipu Chandra Das. Now, in the upcoming elections, the two biggest political parties in Bangladesh, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party or the BNP and the Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami, the largest Islamist parties in Bangladesh, have little to offer. The BNP, which is widely expected to win the elections in the absence of the Army League, has fielded only two candidates who are Hindus. And the Jamaat-e-Islami Bangladesh, the largest nationalist party in Bangladesh, has fielded one Hindu candidate. Now, this Hindu candidate of the Jamaat-e-Islami has been going around town telling Hindus in his constituency that they would be kept like sons-in-law if the Jamaat were to come to power. But Hindus I spoke to on the ground in Bangladesh said that they are aware of the fact that if the Jamaat comes to power, it would be very difficult for them to stay on in Bangladesh, given the fact that Jamaat's top leaders have time and again spoken for the need of Sharia law in Bangladesh if the party ever comes to power. One also must remember what happened to Hindus in Bangladesh in the year 2001 when the BNP and the Jamaat formed a government by coming together. In this election, they are fighting against each other, but in 2001, they were allies. Targeted violence against Hindus took place when they came to power, and the extent of the violence was such that a judicial commission was constituted to investigate the atrocities that took place. Now, that memory is still fresh in the minds of many Hindus in Bangladesh. This election, there is a registered Hindu political party, the Bangladesh Minority Janata Party, and it has fielded 9 candidates in this election. But it has also said that it is open to an alliance with a larger political party post-elections. And there are reports in Bangladesh suggesting that that the new Hindu registered party would perhaps be willing to be in an alliance with the Jamaat. Now, I spoke to Dipu Chandra Das's family and I asked his family members who they want to vote in this election. I also asked other members of the Hindu community across the social divide, and for most of them, the answer was the same, that it hardly matters because their party of choice in the previous elections was always the Army League. And it's not as if there were no instances of violence when the Army League was in power. But at least the Army League was a political party that spoke for an inclusive Bangladesh, that spoke for a Bangladesh that's a country for both Muslims and Hindus and people who follow other faiths. But the BNP and the Jamaat, if the Hindus have to choose, is literally a choice between the devil and the deep blue sea.